Here is our first impression review of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Thanks to Ubisoft for giving us early access through the GeForce Now service. We played the game for around 15 hours now, and we feel like that's plenty of time to be able to give our initial opinion on Ubisoft's latest entry in the Assassin's Creed franchise. First off, the game splits into two different styles of playthroughs. Howie's playstyle is more of a smooth, quick but silent operation. If you want to head into settlements and slowly assassinate enemies one by one until they're all defeated, then she is the perfect one for you. However, once you've progressed far enough into the story, you'll be able to use Yasuke. He is the hack and slash side if you want to just walk in with your blade ready and slash through enemies like they're butter. While keeping spoilers extremely limited for those who want to enjoy the story for themselves, your objective is simple. You need to retrieve a mysterious box, and on your second attempt of retrieving it, things go south, and you'll have dire consequences to face, shaping Naui forever for the rest of your playthrough. There is a lot to unpack in the first 2 hours of the game, and the amount of story that has been crammed in is truly astonishing. You don't feel overwhelmed, but instead, you're given a delicate story as seen from two different perspectives, kickstarting your journey. It gives you a form of appreciation for the different playstyles provided by the protagonists, while giving you a backstory that connects their paths together. Moving on to the combat of the game, and this will test you if you're looking to play on higher difficulties. You'll need to be precise and have extremely good reflexes to make sure you can successfully parry or dodge attacks to give you the upper edge in defeating your foes. It feels great hiding in the shadows while waiting for the opportunity to finally strike, taking out enemies one by one, whether that is hiding in the grass, jumping from the rooftops, or a good old slow approach from behind. And then on to the exact opposite now with direct combat. When you time your actions perfectly, cutting through enemies like butter with your katana is extremely satisfying. However, one fault or mistake and you'll find a good chunk of your health missing. Timing is essential, but it does seem like the hit window on attacks is a little bit misleading. So if you love a challenge like me, this could be great for you. But for our video editor, this caused him some slight frustration where he felt he timed it correctly, but always just missed out. We're unsure if this is fully the game adding challenge, or if it's because we had early access through GeForce Now, so there might have been some latency involved. Visually, the game is absolutely stunning. The amount of care and detail that Ubisoft have put into making sure that the world has been crafted with respect is incredible. From the detail of the characters to things like armor, the environment, and settlements, they all look truly fantastic. If you're looking for an immersive experience, well, excuse the pun, but we strongly recommend you play through the game on immersive mode. The changes to characters speaking in their native language, whether that's Japanese or Portuguese, we felt it grounded the game in a sense of realism. As being in the middle of Japan, I very much doubt anyone would be speaking English to each other. But not only that, you could feel the emotion of the characters really shine in this mode. The main downside to the visuals was that, outside of major plot scenes, we felt that the blade wasn't sharp enough as character animations in certain in-game cutscenes felt very robotic, which is kind of standard in these open-world games with hundreds of hours of dialogue, but it was jarring at some points. We played the majority of our playthrough with Nvidia GeForce Now, as that's how Ubisoft gave us early access to begin with, and even with cloud gaming, the game still looked fantastic. But if you want to see where the game shines, playing it locally downloaded is how you can appreciate all of the finer details, adding to the world building and the overall aesthetic they were looking to craft with Assassin's Creed Shadows. The game has plenty of exploration from within, because, I mean, what else are you expecting from a Ubisoft title? Side quests galore with plenty of areas to explore makes it absolutely worth exploring the lands at your own pace. There are also experiences that help motivate you to keep exploring, as you could suddenly be ambushed by enemies hiding in bushes, or encounter random events, one being saving a civilian, to then have them join you as a scout, helping you explore locations in your next mission. The world of Assassin's Creed Shadows is huge, and each area does feel similar, but landmarks and buildings will keep you on the right path and never lost. A highlight of the map is just riding around with your horse through the valleys and taking in the great scenery while you explore. Our only grudge is that we feel like the parkour was limited from our playthrough. This could change if there's any new abilities we haven't unlocked yet, but we do feel like the ability to climb most things, like in previous entries, is lacking here. It did kind of put us off a little bit knowing we could have climbed that hill in a previous title like Valhalla. Overall, it is another Assassin's Creed game, so if you're expecting something massively different to something like Odyssey or Valhalla, you'd have to look elsewhere. But if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, Shadows is entertaining, it has a fluid combat system that feels really satisfying to use, a world that is rich to explore, and a story that keeps you hooked wanting more. So, if that sounds good to you, you'll definitely want to pick this up. However, we're not sure if it's us, but we feel the game is missing that little something to make it go from a great Assassin's Creed game to a great game in general. Now, we're not saying it's a bad game per se, it is definitely worth picking up, and we have genuinely enjoyed our time playing through the game, though we strongly feel there is a clear potential to push and take this game to a whole new level. But that's it from us at VideoGamer. If you enjoyed the video, why not subscribe to keep up to date with our future content, and be sure to head to videogamer.com for more written content on all of your favourite games.